I'm going to tell you, we're doing the best we can with the stream here, folks. We are on a Wi-Fi setting, trying to get you as great a stream as we possibly can. Here's Dylan Hartman up the right. Pushed back the other direction, pressured from behind by Paris and defended well by Ofterheide. So, yes, we are on Wi-Fi, so we're trying to do the best we can here with the signal. Meshing a couple together. Is it Fortini twisting behind the cage for Brantford? It'll be an icing on the 99ers. Faceoff will come back to the Penguin or to the Brantford zone. We're here in Port Huron at Glacier Ice Arena. And let me tell you, this place reminds me a lot of Barrel Ice Arena in Warrendale. For those of you Pittsburgh folks, similar lobby facilities, similar rink facility. Feels like home sweet home for a number of these boys. As a full indirect pass up the ice, springing a winger up the outside as Brantford tries to take advantage of a clean breakout pass there, and they're in business in the Penguins' end. That one probably called from the bench there off that face-off. As Brantford carries it in front, shot from the outside. Clutter keeps that one out. I believe his first action here about 4 minutes into period number one. A centering feed comes free, streaking it as a 99er shot ramps up and over. Clutter able to keep it out. Battle along the boards as the 99ers tilt the ice the Penguins' direction this time. Penguins with a bit of early possession advantage. Brantford, last minute or so, it's been in this end. But it's cleared away by Hartman. Penguins will get a change. As it goes on net, no icing. Puck picked off by Shub, sent back behind the 99er net. They'll go high off the glass out to Julius. He tries to tap it back to Merlot, missed him, so the Penguins will track it all the way into their end. He's under immediate pressure as he tries the far side for a breakout. That breakout cut off well by Brantford as we see their forecheck go to work. A rolling puck into the middle. Here's Julius. Julius up for Carter. Julius, good job of delaying, drawing the defender to him, freed it up for Carter, who gets it all the way into the Brantford end. From behind the net, I've never seen a team this good breaking out from behind their own cage. 1, 2, 3 snaps of a puck, and they're up the other way. Almost every single time. Penguins getting it deep, but unable to get much on the turnover on the forecheck here. Benzer maybe going to have to work on possessing it going into the zone, as here's a puck that's off the stick of Shub on the right wing side as he battles all the way in. Good body position by the Brantford defenseman, initiates another breakout. It'll be Starr in his own end. Over for Kaminsky, off of the stick of Shub, and there's the Penguins on the forecheck again. It's Evans in first. Filiaggi in support. As Evans able to take it away. The Penguins forecheck gets some work here. He centers it just in front of the stick of Filiaggi. Filiaggi was going to the cage. Evans was just about maybe 4 inches in front there. As digging for it is Evans, able to get it out, tried for real, picked off by Brantford. Battle level high in this one. What's up? Played in behind. Here's Filiaggi carrying it from behind his own cage, streaking to the right wing side. He's got Real at center. He'll try for him. It was just a bit late on the pass. It'll end up in the Brantford zone. Tapped in behind where Filiaggi tracks his own pass there. Comes out in front, driving down his Valella with a heavy shot that's blockered away. Dipsy doodle behind the net by Filiaggi as he tries a wraparound. That's denied. It'll go to the corner. He leaves it there for Evans. Evans tripped on the play. We'll have a power play here for the Penguins. Getting this stick in the feet of Evans. He'll go down, and the Penguins will head to the man advantage. Brought to you by our friends at Seven Fields Wealth Management. If you want to power play charge up your retirement like the Penguins charge up their power play, go see our friends at Seven Fields Wealth Management. Power play unit for the Penguins will be Paris, Hartman, Armstrong with Valella and Ofterheide. Brantford wins the draw and carries it up the outside. Pressured by Ofterheide to the corner. He'll end up getting control after a bit of back and forth. Finding Armstrong, sends it to the middle for Paris. Now to the outside for Hartman to get in onside. Penguins will delay and try to set things up as Parrish drives in. Left wing side, now to Hartman. Up top for Ofty. Ofty in front. Over for Villela. Ofty quarterback in that point here as they'll play it down low. Right-hand side shot from Villela, gloved and held. Whistle on the play with 53 seconds left on the man advantage. 7.5 to play here in period one. We'll get a face-off in the Brantford zone near side. Penguins will change their power play. It'll be Wu and Shub with Carter. Merlot and Julius, the defenseman. As a nice face-off win there by the Penguins. Carter, Shub cuts across, fires a backhander that goes off of a stick and over the cage. Battle in the corner, won by Brantford. They'll get it no further than Julius at the point, who taps it right back for Carter. Gets just past him. He's able to wedge it further for Shub in the corner. 2 Penguins, 1 99er. Penguin knocked down on the play. They play on. Digging at it, Carter. It'll come out, but to a Brantford support player. Hartman in digging. Back to Julius at the point. D to D for Merlot. Merlot back to Julius. Julius looking. Now Merlot down to the half wall for Wu. He'll drive in. Look, fire. And he hit someone in front. I think it might have been Shub. As the puck is cleared out by Brantford. 4 left on the man advantage. They'll get the first PK of the game. A bouncing puck eludes Wu, ends up with Shub. Here's Julius at his own line. Up for Wu off of his stick. Pressure coming Shub. It'll go up off of his head. Cleared back out towards center. Merlot gathers. Tries to send it across. There's that Brantford forecheck taking the puck away from the Penguins. Driving the corner. Brody Carter battling along with Merlot. Merlot will come away with it, trying to wedge it further. Cut off by Brantford. They try to drive it out in front of the Penguins' cage. We get a whistle. And the net is off. The net comes off. And it was pushed off by a Brantford player, so the faceoff is going to come outside of the Penguin zone. 0-0 game here from Port Huron, Michigan. The Glacier Ice Arena. Penguins and the 99ers. Named for a particular hockey player, the great one, Wayne Gretzky. Also a Brantford native. Maybe the next one is on this team. As it's banked up the boards to the point. Evans with some pressure. Couldn't dislodge the puck. Brantford will go to the corner. Starr gets there. Brantford doing a good job with the body position there to spin it back towards the middle. The centering pass comes all the way through. Penguins will try it again. Evans couldn't quite wedge it out first time. Second time cut off. Starr in a battle. Now Evans waves at it. Chipped forward. Rio couldn't get a hold of it. Sent back into the Penguins' end. Penguins pinned in a bit here. As Starr will try to reverse things. Cross ice feed for Evans. Evans has Rio. Can he get it to him? He just off the great defensive play. Now Filiaggi with it. He's got Evans going to the net. And he'll opt for the shot instead. Rebound comes out. I'd love to see some, he might not have had the passing lane, I guess. Short side, tough angle shot goes off the pad. Now a shot from the point. Kicked out. Evans in the F3 roll, able to dislodge the puck. Comes off of Villela right back to him. He'll dump it in. Penguins will get a line change as Rio continues on and gets the forecheck pressure. Pass all the way up, picked up by Paris. Paris had to cut across the line as Hartman and Rio got out of the zone. Stopping in the corner, pulling up. Paris under pressure from 5 99ers in the corner. Penguins able to keep it deep. Hartman in with a bump. Paris couldn't quite get there. Armstrong, good job with the body to body the play. Get the shot from the point by Julius that's blocked. Ends up on the stick of Paris, though, to the corner for Armstrong. Armstrong. Twisting deep, and as you can tell, we are without color commentator Colby Armstrong. Has NHL duties with the Penguins this weekend, I believe. So we'll be without him here as the Penguins complete their road trip. I believe maybe in Vegas tonight, perhaps? I believe so. I don't think he's in Vegas, but I think he's got maybe studio duty. So flying solo here on Cine TV. Let's make sure you're a subscriber. Hit the subscribe button below. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Icing here by Armstrong. He just didn't gain the red line. About a stride away as he dumped it in, and the faceoff will come back to the Penguins' end. Nobody missing here for the Penguins this weekend, so a full roster. Coming off a big weekend last week where they went 2-0 in Philadelphia. Shot from the point, tracked perfectly and held by Clutter. Scoring chance off of a face-off there, off of an icing. Potentially preventable icing there. Puck back to the point, another shot in. This one into the chest of Clutter. It's Wu at the dot taking the draw. 3 in a row wins back to the point for Brantford there. As Shub gets control, goes high off the glass. That's kept in. Second attempt. Kept in again. Back to the corner. Here's Kaminsky. Kaminsky will wedge it around for Starr. Starr for Carter. Carter stepped up on that defenseman crashing down. Brantford doing a good job keeping pucks in at the point on those attacks as they have that F3 high. Comes across, allows that defender to really crash down on those breakout passes. Penguins may need to start breaking things out towards the middle a little bit more as Brantford will get in on an offside play. Brantford 99ers from Brantford, Ontario, just outside of the Niagara Falls area, between Niagara Falls and Toronto, I believe. Second meeting between these teams. Brantford with a 2-1 win in Detroit earlier this year. Penguins will have their hands full here. Playing good hockey lately. Has real battles along the near side boards. It's swiped at. Can Evans get there? He won't. It'll be a point keep again. Back to the corner for Villela. Brantford, I think I noticed about the great body position. You know, predicting getting their body to the right side of the puck as an offside play at the line here. Face off this time controlled by the Penguins. Up for Filiaggi. Puck off of his stick, picked up by Brantford at their line, but pressured by Real. He plays takeaway. Centers one. Evans crashing in. One shot, two shots, both kicked away. Evans down low for Filiaggi. In front for Real, a bouncing puck. Misses the twig and is cleared by Brantford. D to D for Ofterheide. Ofterheide up for Real. One touch pass picked off, read perfectly. And back comes Brantford with a heavy shot wide of Clutter. It'll rim around. Here's Evans. Using the body to gain control and get it all the way out to center. He's tied up, actually tied up. Bit of a wrestling match in front of the Penguins bench. No one worse for wear. Brantford will dump it back near side corner. Villela in a battle there. Paris, nice support by the Penguins center iceman. Able to get control and carry it just that extra 2 strides. That helped them get out of the zone there. If he'd have fired that to the wing, that F3 that would have allowed for that defenseman to crash down. But that awareness by Paris allowed the Penguins to exit. Onside play at the line. Paris leaves it for Hartman. He fell down on the play. Looked like he was at the church pew kneeling there as he tried to get a shot off. A couple Hail Marys from Hartman as Paris will dump it to the corner. Behind the Brantford cage, Armstrong in on the forecheck. Brantford controls the puck well. Able to snap 2 passes and right back out to center ice to be carried to the Penguins' end. Defended by Julius all the way to the corner. They'll dig and battle along the boards. Paris in support. Merlot blocking the house in front. As the pass comes through, just missed the stick of Merlot. It'll come free to the opposite side. That horn will tell you that we have reached the end of the first period here at the International Silver Sticks, where the score is tied 0-0. Reminder, you guys can tweet us here at the booth or use the live chat on the side of your stream here on Cine TV. Make sure you click the subscribe button if you hear me, whether you're watching live or on replay. Click the subscribe button. A little bit behind here, looks like, on the replay screens. All right, we'll switch sides here in Port Huron. We'll put 15 minutes on the clock, and we'll get the second period underway. It's the Brantford 99ers and your Pittsburgh Penguins lead here on Cine TV. Reminder, find us CineTV.com. Biggest Christmas presents of the year. We're Cine TV apparel, T-shirts, hats, all over the place. We also want to recognize and give a message out as Brantford fires one in front. I don't have a replay available because my screen is not loading. Brantford on the board early with a centering pass. And it's 1-0 99ers. But we want to take a second here to say hi to Donna Evans at Lancaster General, the Bionic Lady. 2 new knees. 2 new knees for Donna Evans. A double knee replacement yesterday, doing well.
Physical therapy today as she is recovering under the direction of Daryl Evans. As a puck cleared out by the Penguins, Filiaggi tried to get to it. It'll come free to Reel. Reel to the corner. Bumped and taken away. Evans on the forecheck. Filiaggi tried to chop that out of the air. Almost had it. But back comes the 99ers. Into the Penguins end, defended to the outside by Ofterheide. Good body position there by Ofterheide. Filiaggi will come away with it. He goes for Reel, who catches it in flight. Sending it all the way across to Filiaggi. Filiaggi in front, about hip high for Evans as the centering pass comes through to the 99ers. They'll drive into the offensive zone to be turned back by Julius. Almost too many men there. They battle in behind. It'll come free. Here's Reel. Reel between the legs of Evans. Couldn't control it. Shot comes in. Clutter kicks it out. Julius will get there. Bouncing puck. Taken away from Julius right in front of that danger zone here as it's wedged free to Evans. Evans backs off, gets control, goes high off the glass as the Penguins will ice the puck and get a line change. That line had come out about 30 or 40 seconds into the period, so they needed to get those two off. 1-0 Brantford, an early second period tally right in front of Clutter. The difference so far in this one. Paris on the dot. Defensive zone. Face off won by Brantford. They've been excellent on the draws. Great body position and defensive play by Brantford so far. As the Penguins try to escape Hartman up the wing, that was popped right back into the Penguins' end. It'll be an offside play though. So another draw. This one will come outside of the Penguin line. D-to-D play by Starr. Up off the boards for Armstrong, but it's defended by Brantford and sent into their bench. So we keep inching the face-off down the ice as this one will come at center ice. Brantford's going to take a penalty here. Ripping the legs out from under Hartman was Martin. And he'll head to the box. Just as the referee turned around, he saw him pull the legs out from under 14. And the Penguins will head to the power play. It'll be Filiaggi, Real, Evans, Ofterheide, and Villela. As Evans darts in to take the face off to the corner. Carries behind. He'll set things up on the outside. Ofterheide at the center point. They play catch as he sauces back for Evans. He twists it towards the corner, comes out of the corner, goes low for Real. Real in front for Villela. Has it just pop over his twig. A clearing attempt broken up well by Filiaggi. He got stick on puck, which freed it up for Evans. Got it down to Real. Real tried to rip through to the middle, but it's sent back out the center. Penguins had Villela right in front there as he'll carry it in this time. Actually opting to dump right at the blue line. Lofted up, but kept in by Ofty. He'll drive down low. Back to Filiaggi at the point. He'll twist with it. Down low for Ofterheide. Reversing for Filiaggi. Corner for Real. Real back to Filiaggi. Into the feet of the referee. And they'll loft it into the netting. So we'll have a face-off here in the Brantford zone. Penguins will get a line change. It'll be Wu leaning over the offensive zone face-off. Wedging it towards the wall, banked off the boards by Julius, sent back up the center and out to the Penguins' end. It'll be Merlot tracking it, but it gets to the line, so it'll be an icing. Brantford, a big team. These boys are huge. Wu wins that one cleanly. Here's Julius. Can the Penguins get something set up here? 15 left with the extra attacker. Wu back to Merlot. Low. Under pressure. Has it knocked away. Come out the center. 5 left with the man advantage as Wu drives in. Wu to the corner. Turns up there. Back behind the Penguins defense as the player out of the box. Trying to get it through, but there's the rubber man. David Merlot breaks it up. Back to the Brantford line. Sent all the way back off the stick of a Penguin. No icing here as it gets in behind the Penguin net. Brantford, first one's in on it. Heavy on the forecheck. Able to pull it all the way out to in front. Trying to fire one in. And they finally comes to the back door for a little tappy. Pick it up, boys. Let's go. Up top, keep marking. A rolling puck finds its way to the back post to be put past Clutter. And in the first 5 minutes of the second, Brantford strikes for 2 power play goals. Star with it. Tried to feed it across for Armstrong. That's picked off. Here comes Brantford right into the Penguin. Brantford organized well defensively, body position. You can tell they work on battle drills. This team always gets their body between the puck and the defending player. As a bouncing puck comes out to Armstrong, and there's another example where they're good at swarming. Bouncing puck comes to Armstrong. There were 4 Brantford players there to take it away at center. Penguins are going to need to win some battles and try to spread Brantford's compact defense out a bit here. As they'll fire it up for Hartman. He twists to the line where he's bumped it. Puck's taken away, but able to be dislodged. Here comes Paris in by himself. Forehand, back and forehand, and it's a big kick save. A monster stop by the goaltender. Paris was pestered from behind, was able to get it to the forehand, but the goalie equal with the pad to kick it away. It'll be Filiaggi at the dot. Evans cutting in, ripping one towards the net that's gloved. Nice face-off win there for the Penguins, results in a scoring chance. Penguins starting to win a few more draws here. Another one. Second time. This rebound pops out looking for Riedel. Riedel loses his twig behind the net as Evans angles on the forecheck. They're able to fire it all the way across the ice. And back come the 99ers into the Penguins zone. Rolling puck to the corner. Evans will battle back along with Villela. It'll be freed up and just past Villela. Coming heavy off the wall right out in front. So it'll be swiped across to Filiaggi. He's got Evans. He'll get it to him. Evans around the defender. Back to Filiaggi on the backhand. And he's got a luxury condo in Roof City as Filiaggi finds the upper corner on a beautiful feed from Evans. Filiaggi found him at the neutral zone. Evans got around the defender, put it right back onto Filiaggi's stick for a backhander. And he was able to go upstairs and make it a one-goal game. Filiaggi from Evans. And the Penguins close the gap. Merlot with it. Able to chop it up for Wu. Wu coming up a really great weekend last weekend. Able to get it to Carter. Carter in front for Carter. Shub has it just go off of his stick on a cross ice feed. Merlot will track it down in his own end. Rolling puck coming out to center. Shub able to force it all the way there. It'll be a schmozzle in front of the scorer's bench that's whacked into the Brantford end. 2-3 for Brantford. I think that's Martin under pressure from Carter. I think there's a couple Martins here. As they're able to wedge it up the wall. There's another good play. As that guy kept going, Starr couldn't crash down. Because if he doesn't get there, that kid will come flying out and get behind the Pens defense. And here Starr's going to take a hooking call. Starr hooking as he went into the corner. But if you rewind there a little bit, you can watch that play. The puck comes up the boards and it comes off the Brantford player and kind of goes back. But that Brantford player comes out towards Starr, which prevented Starr from crashing down the wall to get control. Because if he doesn't get there, that Brantford player's in behind him with nobody to defend him. Nice awareness there by the 99ers. Looks like Wu and Parrish, the defensemen on this penalty kill. As the Penguins have closed the gap here. 3 goals in the first half of this period. 2 by Brantford, 1 by the Penguins. And now Brantford will set up the man advantage. Wu coming away with it. Off the boards for Parrish. Parrish driving in short-handed. Looking to center, has it deflected to the area behind the cage. Up to the point, but picked off by Osterheid. Short-handed, he tries to go down the wall. Stays right in on the play. Battling the Penguins defenseman there along the boards as Wu comes in to support. Comes free to Osterheid for a shot to the glove. It's trapped and then dropped to keep play going. Out comes Brantford. They'll gain the Penguins zone here for the first time on this man advantage. And Wu takes it away in the corner. Pressure by Villela, support by Wu. He rims it around, nobody home, so the 99ers able to keep it in. They'll go behind the cage for Villela. Villela heavy off the boards. Can Wu get there? He can. Not tripped up on the play, but he's able to dislodge it to Parrish. Parrish will drive in. Penguins with another short-handed chance here, and they're able to get a line change. At least part of one. 3 of the 4 able to get off. Parrish still on, but all the way back into the Brantford or the Penguins zone to break things up. Filiaggi, fresh legs onto the ice. He'll get a short-handed opportunity. 1-on-2 here as he drives in and fires one wide to the cage. In after it, Evans short-handed. 5 seconds left on what has been a stellar penalty kill here by the Penguins. Penalty over. Reel on for Pittsburgh. 5-on-5 action now as Brantford darts in. Heavy shot from the outside, wide of Clutter. Kept in along the half wall. Unable to get control were Julius and Reel. Merlot does. Evans trying to tip it by. Filiaggi in support, able to get there. Reel gets it coming up the outside. Evans on the heavy drive in front for Filiaggi in the slot. Couldn't get the shot through. Back deep for Real. Real can't get a handle on it, and back comes Brantford. The Penguins up. Kaminsky over to dislodge it, but right to a 99er before it's taken away. Real plays takeaway. Finds Paris. Getting a step again. And a rolling puck comes in on net and is held. Exciting back and forth action here in Port Huron. Penguins trailing by 1. Off wedged out the center. This was the score of the last meeting between these two. Brantford getting it all the way into the Penguins' end. Penguins defenseman Star up the wall looking for Hartman. Cut off by 2 Brantford players, it looked like. They are crashing that outside breakout as Armstrong gets it at the line, able to twist it in, but Hartman's going to be offside. He tried to pull the puck in as he was already in the zone. You're catching us live here from International Silver Sticks. Hopefully the stream's coming through to you. I have no replay available here. So hopefully you guys are getting a good stream at home. If not, we'll upload it later. Second period action here with 5 minutes to go in the period. Shu battling along the wall, able to play takeaway. Wedges it further, but Brantford will get control. To the opposite corner, Wu in on the forecheck. Brantford will reverse, near side now. Carter gets there. His pressure forces the turnover to Valelic, and the Penguins working it into the middle now. Down low for Carter. Up for Wu, back to Carter, and it's just past his backhand. Carter right on it to the corner, though. Takes it away. Wu chopping at it, couldn't quite get control. Brantford comes back to the Penguins, and Valella gets control. Now Shuby, as it battles along the boards. Bouncing puck comes out to Wu. And Brantford will put it in on an offside play. Face off. Won by Filiaggi to Julius. He looks for Real. Gets his backhand before it's chopped away. Real will get it again and go back for Merlot, and a heavy dump and chase by Merlot. Filiaggi pressures all the way to the corner. 2 Penguins there. Real will come away with it. Nice play back to the point for Julius. Julius winds, fires, comes off of a player in front. And they're able to clear. Merlot chops it back to the line. Bouncing puck picked up by Real. The Real deal to the line, and they'll be offside. I don't know. That's questionable. I felt like that puck was in over the line as the Penguins entered. The puck could be in the air and still be on sides. As Brantford controls the neutral zone draw. Working it up the near side. Quick puck movement there. And a shot that screams wide of the glove side. Julius will battle in the corner. Filiaggi with great support there. Has to come off the skate of Real. Back to the half wall where Brantford gets control. Up to Real at the point. Stick on puck deflection to the corner. And in after comes Merlot. Real down low. Now Merlot. Can he get it up ice? He's got Evans. He'll find Filiaggi. Better play. Able to dart in. Filiaggi carrying wide, leaving for Evans. Evans with a happy shot that comes off the iron. On the outside of the blocker side. Now Real in the corner. Chopped that and picked up by Kaminsky. He'll find Filiaggi. He goes further for Real. Somebody's got to try. Filiaggi will. Real gets to the puck in the corner. Possesses. Dances with it. Knocked down in the corner. And the player on top of the puck is Jack Real. We'll get a face-off. officials explaining to Coach Shue why there was no call. The Penguins this weekend coached by Jeff Hannon and Chris Shue. That reel came off kind of holding the back of his neck there. He took a bit of a cross check as he was down on the ice. Took a cross check to get there, too. We got an arm raise. The Penguins are going to head to a power play here. Brantford gets control. A high sticking call on Brantford. I want to say they caught Hartman up high. So the second penalty, 14 is drawn. .2:11 to play here in the second. Man advantage for the Penguins. It'll be Paris, Armstrong, and Hartman. Drawing another power play. This line as Hartman shoots one that goes off of a skate wide. Hartman attacks behind. Two players go down. Centering feed by Paris, looking for Armstrong, defended well by Brantford, and back out they come through center. To the line for a dump in. Penguins will get there first. Kaminsky up for Hartman. The Penguins will try to get it back to the Brantford zone with the man advantage. Paris has it knocked away as Hartman comes into the middle. He initiates contact that gets the worst of that one. And Brantford will ice the puck here. If it goes on net, it's no icing, and it does. Butter will get out to it and leave it for Starr. Penguins changing behind the play. Starr trying for Paris. Missed everybody but a Brantford player, and they're back in shorthanded. Penguins with some shorthanded pressure before their first goal. Brantford played takeaway there. Here comes Carter. Up for Shuby. Just off of his stick, but he'll wedge himself in there to get control. Battling all the way to the area behind. Tripped on the play, no call. Woo battles now. As we play on here, Shuby puts himself in a vulnerable position there. But it frees it up for a heavy shot by Carter. Now Shube at the side of the cage, kicked out. Good battle saved by the Brantford goaltender before the puck's fired all the way into the Penguin zone. Not far enough for icing. Villela will get there. Starr looking for Wu, but there was a Brantford stick in the way. Their power play over for Pittsburgh. And Brantford will shoot it back into the Penguins. Here's Starr to it. Tries to go up the boards. Wu does a great job plucking that puck right off a Brantford stick. Here he's got Villela coming through center for a play off the outside boards and deep. Penguins changing behind. Off their idle with fresh legs will get to the puck first. Up for the real deal, Jack Reel. Over for Villela. Villela chopping at it. Bouncing puck for Evans. It's wedged back into the Penguin zone as the time on the clock runs clear of the second period. And we'll get an ice cut here. Silver sticks, they'll cut the ice between the second and third. right, everybody. Good evening. Good afternoon. Not evening yet. Not going to call it evening. It's not quite 3 o'clock. So we're still a couple hours away from evening, but good afternoon and welcome back to Port Huron. What fun stuff there. You get an intermission. You get to go pop some popcorn. You get to go grab a soda, maybe a dad soda, maybe a kid soda, maybe a chocolate milk, a protein shake. During the intermission, get to run to the restroom. No squish tender here to take over in the third this time, so we do want to welcome you back here to the International Silver Sticks. The Brantford 99ers and the Pens lead. Brantford leading by a score of 2-1 after 2 periods. The Penguins with the most recent tally around the 8-minute mark of period number 2. So all the players got to go back to the locker room, hydrate a little bit, stretch out a little bit, warm up a little bit, and we're going to come back for third period action. Set to drop the puck. It's Filiaggi to take the face-off over towards Real. Real swipes it back to Ofter. Hide the rolling puck. Misses the twig, but it'll be controlled by the Penguins deep in their own end instead. Malella tied up in the corner as they'll come up the boards. Evans there to, oh, I thought he had blocked that and was headed the other way. It goes to the corner instead. Penguins are, looks like they're moving there. A couple of adjustments here. Look for those. Moving those wings higher up in the zone to keep the defense from crashing down. So look for that on the breakout side. Look at the centers trying to get deep. A center breakout as the wings try to push the defenseman back at the blue line, because Brantford doing a really good job there in that second frame of kind of crashing down. Filiaggi with another face-off win. This one to Julius. Julius tried to find Real, and it just ends up on an offside play at the Brantford line. Brantford changes 99ers. As Real battles along the wall. Roberts for Brantford pulls it out, and they start their breakout. Good job there by Merlot to step up and disrupted the line. But another offside play, and now the Penguins will get 5 fresh bodies. Parrish, Armstrong, Hartman, Merlot, and Julius here. Heavy off the wall, deep into the Brantford end. He'll be behind the net for the forecheck of Armstrong. Following on for the other side, Hartman, he almost was able to take it away. Brantford maintains possession. The pressure, the pick off there by Armstrong, though. He carries it to the corner. Penguins power forward in the corner, able to dislodge the puck. A bouncing puck to the middle, looking for Paris. Comes off of his mitt, and back come the 99ers in front of the Penguin bench, where Merlot is able to swipe the puck away. That's behind his net, looking for Julius. Julius up the wall, trying to drag it further along as Merlot, as we have a scrum right around the Penguin blue line. It'll be Brantford coming out with it, darting to the inside. Hartman crashing back, disrupting the play. He'll wedge it up the wall, but no further than the point. Bouncing puck comes in on Clutter to be, wedged in behind. A centering pass in front is stopped by the Penguin goaltender. Sweet buttery crumpets. Face-off defensive zone. It'll be Wu this time, able to dislodge the puck to Carter. Carter up to the line. He'll bank it around the defenseman and track it himself. Brantford right up the far side now. What a breakout again. Excellent breakout team here. Limiting the Penguins' chances. Clogging up the middle, preventing those centering feeds. As they try for Schub, it'll be an icing instead. Trying to spring Schub up the right. Good read by Brantford's defense to cover that, and the bouncing puck avoids the stick of the Penguin forward, and we come all the way back into the Pittsburgh zone. Far side face-off. Third period action here. We want to thank cameraman Chris Merlot, producer Nick Paris, and Jeremy Evans on the play-by-play for you here on City TV. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you check us out at citytv.com. where you can find all your games, your playlists. You can check out the team, the City TV team, as well as the merchandise store. You obviously subscribe to us here on YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as well. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for all your updates live from Silver Sticks. As Evans will get to the puck at center, retreating to his own end. He'll battle, but Brantford will put themselves on an offside play. 12:18 to play here in the third. From Port Huron, Michigan, just across the river from Sarnia, home of the Sting, home of a leading scorer in the OHL, Ty Voigt, Pittsburgh native, the former Penn's Elite player, Ty Voigt. Brother currently a member of the Pittsburgh Vengeance. Dad, the coach over there. As the 99ers control the faceoff. Real with the forecheck. Angling to the outside. Another good breakout here. As Anderson will weave into the Penguins' end. Back pressure from Evans. Freed it up just past the stick of a Lella for a backhander that Clutter is equal to. A freed up puck in front is wedged to the outside. Stick on puck deflection by Real sends it to the corner. Chopped up the wall. Brantford controlling. Filiaggi chops at it right to the stick of Real. Real and Evans in on a 2-on-1. Real will carry to the outside, feeding it across. It comes off the stick of the goaltender. The puck in front of Evans went in on net and just came off the twig. As the pass back to the line, Real will get there at the center ice line. Bouncing puck picked up by Real, finds Evans. Off the backhand, picked up. Can he dart around? He'll cut into the middle, trying to center one. I think he was trying to get the shot off. Good deflection there to the corner. Back come the 99ers to the Penguin line. Defended by Merlot. Rolling puck, picked up. Good puck support by Brantford as the shot comes across. Beating Clutter to the glove hand side. They came off that wall. Penguins and Brantford got there. They just tied the Penguins up and came in right behind in support. Pulled it off, cut to the middle. And as they cut to the middle, got the goalie going from his left to his right and shot it back against the grain to the glove hand side to give Brantford back a 2-goal lead. 3-1. Brantford controls at their line. Penguins will force it up to the Brantford zone. Hartman on the forecheck. Carried in behind. Snap to the outside. Good organization again by Brantford. A better back check there by Paris. Frees things up. Hartman crashing in on the forecheck. Harris gets control, weaving to the middle. I think he tried to feather one across for Hartman. That's deflected, and back come the 99ers. Out to center. Into the Penguins' end, where it's chopped back to the Brantford line. Armstrong on the forecheck. Twisting away from him is a 99er defenseman. And behind Brantford. They'll rim it all the way around as they reverse the breakout side. Angling was Hartman, but Brantford able to keep on it and force it all the way into the Penguins' end where Villela comes together with a 99er, but they'll get it to the corner. Back up high to the point. Really using spacing well. Shot blocked by Schub. Penguins trying to follow up and free Schub up, but the 99ers stay on the puck. Getting control. Heavy shot as crashing into Clutter was a Penguin defenseman. Ofterhide. And the Penguin goaltender is down. He's trying to get back at it. Ofterhide and Clutter had come together there. Clutter's up, fixing his hair, so he appears to be okay. Part of the Pantene Pro-V line here. Preston Clutter. Just let me tell you, the haircuts on this team, we could use a team barber. The Penguins have team trainers. They've got the Penguins Performance Center. They've got the Excel Hockey Academy. They need a team barber. Faceoff will come out the center. Exactly 10 minutes to play here in the third. Penguins trailing by a pair. Had plenty of chances. Get it up to Wu. He's battled at the line. Julius controls. A bouncing puck picked up by Brantford, sent back. And out they come. Center ice to be dumped in. Merlot disrupts the dump in attempt, and Carter comes away with a nice move there by Brody Carter. 2-on-1 developed. Wu has Shub in front, just spinning around, couldn't get the shot through. A phenomenal sauce pass by Austin Wu. Just got Shuby spinning around, but Shuby right back to it. Out he comes through center. He's got Carter with him. He'll weave to the middle, shooting one down low, jamming at it. Carter at the side of the cage. Shuby follows on. As the Penguins try to get to their forecheck, Brantford will wedge it out to center for Merlot. Merlot in his own end. Here's Kaminsky. Up for Filiaggi. Weaves through, looking for a reel, has it taken away. Danger here is in comes Brantford with the heavy shot. That's blocked by Kaminsky. Following on is the 99ers, and they'll blast one by. So the Penguins had the puck taken away at center. I think the Penguins are making a goalie change here. Clutter may be taking himself out. He did come together with Ofterhide earlier and was down on the ice. And he skated to the bench. It looked like the coaches were telling him to go back, but I think he's telling him he's not well. And so it'll be William Hanner jumping in here. Penguins trailing 4-1 as they'll ramp one to the Brantford line. Fired behind the cage. Out come the 99ers, bouncing puck for Kaminsky. Following on Reel, couldn't quite get control. Filiaggi up on the forecheck. Starr able to take over at center, has it taken away off the stick of Reel. It's a 2-on-1 for Brantford. Tough job here for Hanner as the Brantford 99ers put one behind. A 2-on-1. Do the little thing. Let's go. Keep your head up. Stay positive. Brantford took the puck away. Reel was swiping at it at center, was caught flat-footed, had the puck taken away. It was a 2-on-1 and a cross feed. And that's not fair for a goalie cold off the bench. First thing he faces is a backdoor feed on a 2-on-1. As Hartman falls to the ice right in front of the Brantford bench. Now Armstrong will battle away. He's wedged against the wall. Hartman continuing to battle as the Penguins force it further. It'll be Paris into pressure. Rimmed around, stepping up on the play is Armstrong. Able to force the turnover to Ofterhide. He'll wedge it back into the corner. Armstrong chasing it down there. Regrouped by Brantford behind their net. 1-2 taps of the puck, and they're back out the center. And Paris comes together with a Brantford player, and he's going to get called for interference. So Brantford with a 5-1 lead here is going to go to a man advantage on top of it. Penguins have the wheels coming off a bit. The intermission was not good for the boys in gold. Keep marking, boys, keep marking. Penguins on the PK. It'll be Wu. And I think, is that Carter? I think it is. Yes, it is. A shot deflects off a stick. Hanner has to get to a bit of a knuckle puck. He was able to block her away. Brantford setting up the man advantage. Pressure by Carter. Center point. Pressured by Wu. Stick on puck deflection. Goes all the way to the corner. Brantford are control there. Martin at the point. His shot. Blocked by Wu. And the Penguins get control and get it back out the center where it'll be an offside play on Brantford. 54 left on the PK. Shub and Filiaggi. Julius and Merlot, the penalty killers for the Penguins. Filiaggi chops at the puck. Brantford will get control. Julius at center, able to free it up for a play by Filiaggi that bounces out the center ice area. So the Penguins trailing 5-1 here at Silver Sticks. Looking to bridge the gap here. They gotta keep working. Goal differential matters, so you just keep working. You never quit. And I don't think they will. I think you're gonna see that from this Penguins team. Brantford doing a good job converting their scoring chances. They also protect the puck well. I've been impressed with their breakouts and their D-zone coverage. When they get to the puck, they use their body to shield the other team, and they snap passes off, and it's tic-tac-toe out of the zone. And the Penguins stuck with usually one chance, if that. Very little puck possession for the Penguins in the Brantford zone. As Filiaggi will dump it in short-handed. Brantford back to get it. Shuby on the forecheck. Forces to regroup here as time ticks away on the penalty to Paris. Paris on the interference. Penguins are going to come away with a penalty kill here as Paris jumps on the ice. Kaminsky battles in behind. Brantford player goes down the play, running into Filiaggi is the official. Another puck dislodged. This time Evans frees it up, and it's kept right at the point. Filiaggi gets it. Can he find Evans? He will. Evans twists within its center. He's in from the blue line. Diving down. He is tripped on the play. He's able to go to the top corner. He found the cookies, Grandma. You gotta hide that jar a little better. He goes top shelf where Grandma hides the cookies to make it a 5-2 game. Cameron Evans on a feed from Filiaggi deep in the Penguins' end. Found him at the Brantford line. He's tripped on the play. No, it won't go up on the board as a trip. He would have gotten a penalty shot, I'm sure. He was well clear as he was able to roof the puck while being stripped. That's an excellent goal by 43 Evans. I believe he gets that ability from his mother. She was the one with the balance in the family. All-state gymnast. As Real takes it away. Drives in a potential 3-on-1 here for a heavy shot from Real. Rebound out front. Covered up by the goaltender. The Penguins with a couple of scoring chances here. I told you there'd be no quit. They get one back. Can they get another? Filiaggi ties it up. Real tries to cut across the top of the zone. It's taken away by Brantford and wedged out to center. Puck dislodged off their hide into defend. Great body position there by the Penguins defenseman. Able to get stick and shin pad on his shot. As it comes free, here's Filiaggi driving the outside. On sides with Evans. Real in the high slot. Knocked down on the play as he tried to wedge it. I believe he was trying to get it up top. Penguins get control, stay on side. Filiaggi comes out of the corner. He's tripped on the play. And that trip will lead to a Penguin man advantage. .450 to play third period. Penguins trailing by a field goal. Paris, Hartman, and Armstrong with Merlot and Julius. The 5 flightless birds on the power play. Yeah, we want to say hi to Donna Evans at Lancaster General Hospital, recovering from double knee replacement yesterday, and all reports are doing exceptionally well. Physical therapy today, reporting some soreness, but our wishes and prayers are with you, Mom. City TV's #1 fan as the Penguins dish it around in front, wedging it. The puck, Julius swiping away. Crashing in comes Hartman. And a good job by Brantford to just hold up enough to not take another penalty. They wanted to introduce Dylan Hartman to the boards behind the cage and refrain from doing so. Keep from going down by 2 men. A minute left on the advantage. Brantford coach has a question for the official. The official will have answers. Penguins gathering to discuss how to set up the power play. Sufficient answers given. We want to take a second here as well to thank everybody for their help at the midwinter, the 2011s, helping us with baskets. All of you for your support in basket raffles, ticket raffles, jersey raffles, as well as attending any of the teams out there that came to the midwinter. We supremely appreciate you and everything you did to help these boys get to Quebec. That trip coming up here in February. This team will head to the Quebec International Tournament. A wonderful, what'll be a 10-day trip here for the Pens Elite, at least 10 days, maybe more. They'll leave on, I believe, the 8th of February. I will be celebrating my 21st birthday in Quebec with the boys as Armstrong gets to the line. It's wedged back out by Brantford. Kaminsky, the first one to it. He'll send it behind the cage. Here comes Starzy up for Armstrong. Armstrong has Carter off the bench. He'll wind and crank it into the Brantford end. Tracking it there is Brody Carter, able to get in a battle, and Blue follows on. Great puck support by 78. To the point for Starr. A heavy shot comes in down low. Stick. Wonderful rebound control there by the goaltender. Able to stick that all the way to the corner, out of all the danger. Wu has it along the boards. He loses control. It's wedged up to the blue line, kept again by Starr. Jake Starr having a shift. Will he get rewarded as he leaves one for Wu? His shot blocked. Ofterhide pops it down the wall. Rolls up along the dasher board where the Penguins shoot. Able to work it to Carter, back to Ofty for a heavy shot that's off a body in front. Crashing in the backside is Villela, fresh off the bench. As the Penguins have 3 back as Brantford comes to the line. 2:20 to play here. If the Penguins are going to complete a comeback, they got to get one soon. They're trailing by 3. Carter stays on the forecheck.
As Brantford gets control, they'll fire it into the Penguins' end. Going to make the Penguins go 200 feet here. Attempted pass by Villela. Evans will come back and take it away. Can he drive in? He will. Sending it off of a Brantford player where it's cleared back out. Icing if it gets there. No, it won't. Merlot was off the bench, so he's pretty close to the biscuit. He'll wedge it up the wall. Nobody there. Evans will hustle over. Can't quite get control. Filiaggi follows on. He and Real come together. Both players hit the deck. Back comes Brantford. Shot wide of Hanner. Up for Real. Real wedges it right to Filiaggi. Filiaggi has Evans in the middle. Can he get it across? Oh, that's crap. That's an awful call. Oof. Yikes. That wasn't quite as bad as the referees in Canada, USA yesterday, but Julius will come in the left wing side. Popped out the center. Merlot knocks it out of the air. Julius follows on. He's got Filiaggi. Evans in the high slot. Filiaggi going backside as it comes off of a body and a rolling puck. Evans' stick lifted as he tried to release. Real and Kaminsky back on defense as they send it to the high slot and crank one through, beating Hanner. Finding that third high forward coming in. It was a 2-on-2, made a 3-on-2. And it's 6-2 Brantford as we only have 42 seconds left in this one. Great read by the 99ers there. Finding that high slot. Starr up the wall. Here's Hartman. Bengals will try to get one back. Brantford plays takeaway. Batting it out of there. Good hand-eye coordination as a shot comes off the shin pad of Kaminsky to the netting up behind. 29.6 left here in the third. Brantford wins the draw. They'll wedge it in front. A battle there. Puck swiped away. Kaminsky off the boards for Armstrong. Armstrong has it in his feet, able to kick it out to Parrish. Parrish for Hartman, and Hartman will drive it deep into the Brantford end. Comes together with a big defenseman who sends Hartman crashing to the ice. He's down behind the play. Hannon onto the ice to check out his player. So the Penguins are going to fall in game one. We'll be back at it bright and early tomorrow morning, a 7 a.m. game. Right back here at Glacier Ice. Barrel North. As the Penguins are going to play the Junior Canadians tomorrow morning. Another tough, fast, skilled Canadian team. So join us for that one. It'll be a fun contest. See if the Penguins can come back from this one. Tending to Hartman is Coach Hannon. And they're going to run the rest of the clock here. So this one will end. Penguins with a player down, a goalie who out with what I believe is an injury to Clutter. Dylan Hartman being helped up by Coach Hannon. And we're going to end